Hi, everybody. It's Kelly Russell, the Rock Your Joy coach. And my blog post today is about self love. So it's entitled, Will You Be Your Valentine? The Gift of Self Love. And in this, you know, bizarre year that we have journeyed through, almost a year that we have journeyed through together, everything is different. It's kind of an understatement, right? And so I'm proposing that Valentine's Day be celebrated a little differently. And so, in the spirit of that, I'm suggesting that you be your own Valentine. And in the interest of self love, as a coach and therapist, my experience is that the biggest issue that people grapple with is that of loving themselves and feeling like it's okay to do that, and that it's not self-centered or arrogant or conceited or selfish or some other bullshit thing that the ego mind has made us believe, that truly loving ourselves as the expression of spirit in the world, as the embodiment of love in the world, has erroneously caused us to think about ourselves, and that we think that we have an easier time believing all these wonderful qualities about someone else that we love, that we admire them, that we have gratitude for them, that we think they're fantastic, that they're awesome, they're great. We have all kinds of props that we give other people, and yet we somehow think that that is bad if we do that for ourselves, if we tell ourselves the same thing. So I'm calling bullshit on the whole thing, because the Course in Miracles teaches us that the way that we see another person is the way that we see ourselves, and that there is no separation between the two. And so that the way that we see ourselves is the way that we see other people. And the whole thing is related to seeing spirit, seeing God, or whatever your word for it is, seeing the divine in ourselves and seeing the divine in other people. And that those two things are intricately interwoven, so that we can't in fact see the divine in ourselves if we don't see it in other people, and we can't see it in other people if we don't see it in ourselves. So when you read the blog today, I'm making a couple of suggestions. So part one is to think of everything that you would like to be given to you, or in the way that you would love to celebrate Valentine's Day. If you're celebrating Valentine's Day with someone, a partner or loved one, a friend, whatever it is, certainly do whatever it is that you're doing with them. But this is a separate celebration. So to consider what brings you joy with regard to Valentine's Day. So if you love flowers, like I do, I have a thing about flowers. If you love chocolate or a special meal, or just whatever it is that makes you feel loved and cherished and treasured, and whatever you would think about wanting to gift your Valentine with, I want you to think of a way, whether it is actually or symbolically, to gift yourself with the same things. So finding a way to do all of those things for yourself, or as close as you can get to it. And the second part of it is to write yourself a love letter. And, we may have written love letters to others in our lives, or we may spend a lot of time at the card store choosing something that has just the right message that expresses how we feel toward another. But how often do we really do that for ourselves? And yet, again, it is, if we aren't able to be in touch with the love that we have for ourselves, then we're not really going to be able to have love for another. And all of that love is related to the love that we have for the divine. And it is a reflection of the love that the divine has for us. So it's not that it's impossible, it's just that we haven't been in practice. And so I want you to go and find a quiet place and to just really consider, in the same way that you would writing a love letter to a beloved in your life, and everything that you would say about how you feel about them and about the qualities that they have that you are drawn to and that you appreciate and that you admire, and their way of being in the world, and what they've taught you, and what a gift they are to you, and what you notice about the characteristics that they have, and just writing until you don't have anything else left to say. And if it's helpful, writing this letter to yourself as if it is coming from your beloved angel, that's that spirit self that's in your mind, that just thinks you are awesome and fantastic and knows your grandeur and your majesty as the truth of you, and not better than someone else, not in comparison to someone else, but the truth of you, the light in you that shines through those God qualities. And so those are my two suggestions for you being your own Valentine this year. And I really sincerely hope that you will consider taking me up on it. And as I mentioned in the blog, if any of these suggestions make you feel squirrely, that's something to be looked at, because that's the ego mind giving you erroneous information. And so it deserves to be corrected. And I include a forgiveness process to be able to bring about that shift from fear to love in the blog as well. And a couple of other things I just want to mention is that I've recently started a Facebook group, the link to which is also in the blog. It is Rock Your Joy from the Inside Out with A Course in Miracles. And also, I am offering a special in February, which has to do with self-love as well. It is a 4-week coaching program with me, and you can find out more about it on the link that I included in the blog as well. It is Audacious, Bodacious You. Fall in love with yourself. So you can check that out as well. And if you have any thoughts about this blog, if anything resonated with you, I hope you will leave me a comment. I read everyone and I just love them. And my email address is included in the blog as well if you'd like to get in touch. So thank you so much, and happy Valentining. I love you. Mwah.